Hello, everyone. It's February the 1st, Marshall Day here, and we got a lot of, excited people upstairs and everything. That's really good stuff. Joining me today, we have our Secretary of Commerce, James Bailey, with us, our Commissioner of Workforce, Scott Adkins, and our Commissioner of the Department of Arts and Culture and History, Randall Reed Smith. They're all with us today, and they'll cover some things as we go forward. This is unbelievable. You know of my tax plan. You know that I am an advocate of putting money back in the pockets of hardworking West Virginians. Our companies seem to be doing plenty good enough. The recruitment of business coming to West Virginia is off the chart. We got more and more people that are wanting to come to West Virginia now that people are discovering everywhere that this diamond in the rough that they missed is West Virginia. But I very proudly am able to report to you, this is hot off the press. We have knocked it out of the park again in the month of January. Our revenue numbers in the month of January show us with an additional $162 million that is above estimates. We are now setting above estimates for 7 months of this year at $995 million. Without any question in the world, it would be absolutely silly to not think that we can very safely, very conservatively move forward with a 50% tax cut in the state of West Virginia, especially if we do it wisely and we do it over 3 years and phase it in that way. I stand ready to compromise with the Senate if they'll just give me something. I mean, it's nice to say, well, we're still studying it, or we don't want to be Kansas or this or that and everything, but come on. We don't need to be in an auction by ourselves. We need to be doing something absolutely for the hardworking people of this great state and put money back in their pockets. It's not our money. Let's put the money back into people's pockets and everything. Show me something. I've said over and over, show me the beef. Where's the beef? At the end of the day, if they have a plan, they say they have a plan, what is the plan? And then let's sit down and work through it, and as adults and not children, and work through it and come up with a solution that benefits all the people. Without any question, that's what we need to be doing. We're going to have another breakfast in the morning and over to Manchin, and with the Senate leadership and House leadership, we're 2/3 of the way there. We need to already be there, to tell you the truth, but we need to just quit sitting on our hands and move forward and get something done. I really don't need to go through all these other divisions of how we've grown this revenue and everything. Everything seems to be growing. I mean, literally, whether it be your personal income tax collections, net income, corporate net, consumer sales tax, severance tax, whatever it may be, everything's growing. And so with all that being said, just good stuff that's happening in the state of West Virginia. Now, let me just say this. I want to get my tie halfway straight here and everything. All right, we're good shape now. Okay, now, from the standpoint of something that's really dear to my heart and dear to a lot of folks' heart in West Virginia, is as I've done in the past years and everything, I'm proudly proclaiming February as Black History Month. I want to just read this to you and everything, and just think of the impact that folks throughout history in West Virginia, incredible African American individuals, the impact that they made throughout all time, on all the progress that we're making, with this, with the African American people, and all the gains that we've made throughout all time, and the contribution that these great people have made. Dr. Carter G. Woodson taught at high school at Winona and was principal of Douglas High School in Huntington, and served as the academic dean at West Virginia State University. He founded what today is Black History Month. Amazing. Dr. Leon Sullivan from Charleston was the first African-American member of the board of directors of General Motors. I mean, it is unflat believable. Booker T. Washington was raised in Malden, West Virginia, founded Alabama's Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute in 1881, and was the foremost black educator of the late 19th and earliest 20th centuries. It is amazing, their contribution. You know, without any question, today, Jill Upson, you know, who heads up our Office of Minority Affairs, you know, is doing an amazing job, and the contribution that West Virginia has made is off the chart. So we congratulate all and very, very proudly proclaim this month Black History Month. Our career and tech educational facilities all across this state are providing today 65 unique CTE programs and that study 16 different industries of career pathways. It is amazing, what these folks do. If you just step back from it and just think, there's many instances that people are just not cut out to do the traditional, 4-year college studies and whatever it may be. Our community and tech schools and everything are providing real live workers with instantaneous careers all over this state. Absolutely they're thriving. They're absolutely pumping more and more and more people out and everything that gives us employment and we so badly need all across this state. So we congratulate them and so I'm also proud to proclaim February as Career and Technical Education Month in West Virginia. We're joined by Scott Adkins with Workforce today, and today we have a great announcement dealing with workforce. I'm not going to, upstage Scott and everything. So Scott, come on and talk to us, please.
Well, good morning, Governor. Thank you very much. House Bill 3294 from the 2021 legislative regular session passed a bill, and the governor signed it on April 28, 2021, launching what we call short-time compensation. Short-time compensation is a real benefit, as I explained to you, to both employers and to workers. A lot of times folks think it's either a pro-employer or a pro-employee piece of legislation. This isn't. This works for everybody, both workers and employers. Short-time compensation, or I'll refer to it today as STC, is also known as work sharing or shared work. It's an alternative to layoffs for employers experiencing a reduction in available work. STC preserves employers' jobs and employees' jobs and employers' trained workforce. In other words, it keeps the employee tied to the employer. So if there's a reduction in work, then the employee still is attached to the to the employer, and the employer keeps that good trained worker ready to go when work picks back up. STC allows employers to reduce hours of work for an employee rather than laying some employees off and allowing others to work full time. Those employees experiencing a reduction in hours are allowed to collect a percentage of their employment, and I'll give you an example in just a minute, to replace a portion of their lost wages. Who's eligible? To receive benefits under STC, employers must have an approved STC plan in place with workforce before there's a reduction of hours. The STC application process, again, is initiated by the employer, not by employees. Therefore, in order for employees to take advantage of STC, the employer must have in place an STC-approved plan by workforce. To qualify for STC, employees must first be determined to be eligible for unemployment. In other words, just like the criteria is today, to determine eligibility for unemployment, you have to be eligible for unemployment under the STC plan. While receiving unemployment benefits under an STC plan, employees are not required to be able and available to work, nor are they required to do work search activities. Under current law, if you're displaced and you're receiving unemployment benefits, you have to be able and available to work, and you have to be constantly looking for opportunities to return to work. Also, employees who are eligible to participate in the employer's STC plan may be required to serve a mandatory waiting week. Just like under current law, there's a 1-week waiting period that's unpaid to determine the eligibility for a prospective unemployment recipient. The amount of unemployment paid to individuals filing for short-term compensation is prorated, and I'll explain that to you in just a minute. Well, let me give you an example. So say you have an employer that has 5 employees. Each of them make $200 a week, or $200 a day, or $1,000 a week. The employer, because of a reduction in work, needs to lay off 1 full-time employee. So rather than laying off 1 full-time employee, he reduces the work by 1 day for every worker. In other words, a reduction of 20% of the workload. What that allows folks to do, so if their average wage is $200, they can make the $800 for the 4 days they work. If their weekly benefit amount, let's say, is $500, they can keep 20% of the $500, which is $100. So now, rather than receiving the maximum weekly benefit amount of $500, they're going to be eligible for $900. So there's a real benefit for workers there. So I'll summarize real quickly some benefits for employers. It avoids layoffs, as I said earlier. It reduces payroll expenses. It reduces future training and hiring costs. It maintains worker productivity. It retains some of the experienced workers because they remain attached to the employer. Reduce financial strain on employees. And also it helps keep worker morale high. What's the benefit for employees? Well, first of all, you avoid the hardship of a total layoff. You receive pay for reduced hours work. And here's a real key to it. You get to keep your benefits. So you keep your health care, you keep your retirement on short-term compensation. You can still collect, like I said earlier, unemployment benefits to replace part of those lost wages. And again, as I said earlier, you're exempt from the able and available work component and also the work search activities. So if you're looking for information about STC, there's a couple ways to do it. You can email workforce@stc@wv.gov, or you can go to our webpage at workforcewv.org, and there's a banner in the middle of the page that says short-term compensation. Thank you, Governor.
No, thank you so much, Scott, and everything. Today, we from time to time, I've had the opportunity to appoint judges all across our state. I think that we've done that in a very, very prudent and good way and everything. Today, I'm announcing the appointment of 2 more judge seats, and that are vacant. I have appointed Charles Richard Wilson to the 2nd Judicial Circuit Court vacancy, which covers Marshall, Tyler, and Wetzel counties. And today I have also appointed Thomas, I think it's Hoxie, to the 19th Judicial Circuit Court vacancy, which covers Barber and Taylor counties. Please join me in congratulating these individuals. I'm sure they'll do an absolutely terrific job. They come so highly recommended, it's unbelievable, and I congratulate them and glad to have them come to work. From the Department of Administration changes, Bill Berry, the Director of General Services of the General Services Division at the Capitol, is retiring at the end of February. Bill has served for decades with state government, and we surely wish him the very best in every way. But today I'm announcing that our current Real Estate Division Director, John McHugh, will assume that position for the Director of General Services, and the vacancy that John McHugh will create and everything, I have appointed our current Real Estate Division Deputy Director, Arlie Hubbard, to fill that position as the new Executive Director of the Real Estate Division. Like I said a minute ago, Randall Reed Smith is with us, our curator. The job Randall Reed does is unbelievable. Randall is stuck on all the time and going all over this state and promoting West Virginia in every way. I've said it 10,000 times. I'm a real believer in the arts and culture and the history of this great state, and absolutely we need to support that and everything. We need to always be proud of our pond. And in West Virginia, we've got one heck of a pond, in my opinion. But Randall, if you could come on, we have some winners of our art exhibit stuff, for the year and everything. And the governor's almost heaven art exhibition is, we've got we've got that. If you'll come on, please.
Hi, Governor. Good afternoon. I'm here with your Deputy Chief of Staff, Ann Erling, and this was one of Ann's ideas that she got from you, and Ann's going to tell us a little bit about the competition, and then I'm going to announce the winners. Ann?
Thank you, Randall. We are so excited to have wrapped up another successful Governor's Almost Heaven art contest for kids across the state to participate. And we have a governor who loves children, he loves artwork, he loves our state, and this competition has come together. It's grown every year. We had more than 300 pieces across the state submitted. I have no idea how everyone made decisions on the winners. I'm glad that was
tough.
in your category there, Randall. But under the governor's direction, we worked with the Department of Tourism and the Department of Arts, Culture, and History. And I can't express how impressed we were with the creative expression and the imagination these kids put into this artwork. This year, we challenged the kids to illustrate their favorite West Virginia park in their city, county, or state. And we got just some amazing entries. I would invite everyone who's visiting the Capitol, come down to the West Wing and view the winning pieces. We have them right outside the governor's reception room here. And we also have the other entries there to check out. We also will have those featured on the governor's website at governor.wv.gov, and you'll be able to view the artwork virtually. And the selected artwork we're going to make into postcards, and it'll be used by the Department of Tourism to personally invite travelers to visit our almost heaven beautiful state. I'll turn it over to Randall to announce the winners, and we congratulate everyone that participated. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. So here we go. We're going to start with the elementary division. So third place from Ripley Elementary in Jackson County is Joy Sayer. Second place, also from Ripley Elementary, is Tinley Williams, and their art teacher is Rochelle Bennett. First place in the elementary division is from Sophia Christian Academy in Raleigh County, and the winner is Ryan Lilly, and as you can see, that's the grist mill, and Ryan's teacher is Elizabeth Martin. So now we're going to go on to the middle school division. Third place in the middle school is from Andrew Jackson Middle School, and that's in Kanawha County, and that's Charlotte Ray Lawson, and this is of Hawks Nest. I love this. Second place is from Lincoln Middle School in Harrison County. You're familiar with that, aren't you, Ann? I think that's where you're from.
I am.
And that is Ethan Floyd, and Ethan did the Seneca State Forest, and Ethan's teacher is, let me see, make sure I get this right, is Beth Roselius. And then first place for the middle school is also from Andrew Jackson Middle School, and it's a beautiful rendition of Black Waterfalls, and that's Olivia Miller. And Olivia's teacher and Charlotte's teacher from Andrew Jackson is Janie Bowles and Barbara Farrell, and they do the advanced studies there, and they also include the arts, because the arts is very, 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 very important. So the senior winner, senior high school, third place from Huntington High School is Jocelyn Baker, and she calls this West Virginia's Backyard Painting. Second place is also from Huntington High School, and the winner is Rhubarb Ronan, and the teacher there at Huntington High School is Diana Frazier. First place is from Point Pleasant Junior Senior High School in Mason County, and it's called Holly River Beauty, and this is mixed media, and that is Emily Warden, Emilia, so it's E-M-M-L-E-A, and the teacher there is Chloe Billings. So we have, those are our 9 winners, and of the 9, we narrow it down to the best of show. And the best of show this year, and our best of show winner is with us, is the middle school winner, which is Olivia. And Olivia, you're going to come up and see me. Olivia Miller, come right up here, dear. We have some awards for you. So this is for, have a seat here. Olivia's a little excited. Now, she promised me she's not nervous. Sorry, Olivia. Okay, so here's your ribbon. There's that for first place. Show it to them. There you go. And this is your certificate. That's for first place. There we go. That's a great smile. And then here we go for best of show. There's your purple ribbon. And here's your certificate for that. And here's the best part. $100 for art supplies.
Yay.
I know, there you go. Okay, come here, scoot in and say something. Say hello to the governor.
Okay. Hello.
So why do you love art? You need to be louder, yeah.
I love art. I've been doing it since I was like little, and I usually draw in my free time or paint. A lot of fun.
Well, this piece is absolutely gorgeous, and we're so happy that you participated. Congratulations, and you got family here. Wave at them right there. And your teachers. So thank you, Olivia. We're very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you,
Good.
thank you, thank you.
Okay. All right, Governor, back to you.
No, I love it. Olivia, way to go. Absolutely unbelievable. Gosh, you are really some kind of talented. It's really great stuff. And absolutely, again, we congratulate all of our kids that took the time to enter and everything. And especially we congratulate our winners, but we congratulate the great kids of this state and all the great work that our teachers are doing to help them in every way. And we thank, Ann and Randall for all you're doing. You're just great. And you make me look great or better than I am every day. And so God bless you in every way. Thank y'all so much. And Olivia, way to go. Congratulations. Now, if I can move on to something that is really neat as well, the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree. Yesterday, it was announced that the Monongahela National Forest will provide the 2023 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree. Is that not unbelievable? It is absolutely just terrific. And let me get this straight. I think in 1970 and again in 1976, this incredible Forest Service provided the tree to the Capitol. And now for the third time in West Virginia, we will have this distinction as well. Great, great work, guys and ladies and everything. We thank you so much, and there's no question, selecting a tree from West Virginia, how can there be a better or more beautiful place than West Virginia? So I'm sure we'll very proudly be on display as the 2023, official Christmas tree at the U.S. Capitol. Now this one, I need you to really dial into what I'm saying. Our summer feeding program in West Virginia through the Department of Education is seeking partnerships like we do every year with organizations across the state to help feed our children and provide supervised activities for the summer. Now let me tell you, and this is all there is to it, every organization in this state ought to volunteer to help. Without any question, it always is this way. The giver is the one that always wins. And absolutely our kids and our Department of Ed, all of us need you and everything. So please step up. But when school is out this session and everything, during the summer months, community programs and organizations are vital to ensuring children in the state of West Virginia are still receiving the proper nutrition and enjoying the activities and everything all across our state. And this is especially important in lower income areas. Feeding sites can include schools, churches, community centers, pools, parks, libraries, housing complexes, and summer camps. They can include almost any and everything as being a feeding site. Come on. We need you. We really, 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 really need you and everything. And any organization that's interested in becoming a 2023 summer sponsors should contact the Department of Education. Please do so. We need you so much, and literally our kids and all of us need you, and you'll win. You'll be the winner. Absolutely. If you touch lives and everything, you can't imagine what this will do for you and for all your organizations. Please get in touch with us at the Department of Ed. You know, we've been having town halls trying to explain to people and go through their concerns about the 50% reduction in state income tax. All I'm wanting to do, and I don't know how to make it any simpler, all I'm wanting to do is just put money right back in your pockets. Cut your taxes by 50%. It's what Republicans do without any question. Cut your taxes by 50%. You know, I feel sure from a bipartisan standpoint, look at what the House did. Voted 95-2. We're 2/3 of the way there. With Democrats, Republicans as well, all on board. You know, without any question, we're 2/3 of the way there. We need the Senate to come with us and everything. And we're staying real positive and everything, and very hopeful that they keep telling us that they're going to come with a program, and everybody stands willing and able to be able to compromise. I've said it 10,000 times. Just show me the beef. I mean, that's all there is to it. Show me what you want to do. I have said what I want to do, and it can't be more simpler. I want to give the money back to the people. I want to give the money to the hardworking West Virginians that make everything possible for all of us throughout West Virginia. Now, absolutely, we need to do it in a way that we're absolutely not cutting services. We're able to give pay raises. We're able to move forward in this state. Absolutely, what I proposed in my budget is rock solid, conservative as it can possibly be. Share the numbers with anybody. Glad to do it. Glad to do it. But yesterday we were in Martinsburg. The day before we were in Clarksburg. We'll continue to go all across our state, talking to people. The crowds have been unbelievable. A lot of questions and a lot of debate and good stuff and everything. We welcome all that and everything. But like I said, the crowds, the interest are unbelievable. And the bottom line is people want a tax break. That's all there is to it. And if we give our people that level of tax break, not only will it help our people here now, but it will drive real growth to West Virginia. Like it or not like it, but our state is growing minusculely now. It absolutely lost population in the years past, but now we're growing a little bit. But absolutely with all in us, we need to grow more than we're growing now. We're an older state. We're a sicker state. With all in me, we have got to have young people come. More kids in our schools, without any question. With more people here, our roads will be better. There will be so many more people paying into the bucket. But now keep in mind just this, and I was asked this just a little while ago on Metro News from Hoppy. You know, one of the questions that was called in said, well, how much are you factoring in that we've got to have growth to be able to do all this stuff? And the answer is zero. Zero. We factored in zero growth and made sure our numbers were so conservative it was just perfect. Now, with all of that, do you really believe zero growth? Of course not. We're going to have all kinds of people come to West Virginia, all kinds of business opportunities. Without any doubt, look at any tax publication in the land, and they say, when you lower your personal income tax, more people come. But to be conservative and to be completely safe, we did all kinds of things. One of them is put $700 million over in a bucket that basically is a rainy day fund for only PIT. I mean, we'll never use it in my opinion, but it's there as an insurance policy. But with all that being said, we absolutely factored in the most conservative numbers that you could put in and absolutely keep our services increasing, not at exactly where they are, but slowly increasing. Don't grow government just for the sake of growing government. The bottom line is one thing and one thing alone, and this is all there is to it. Do you want money put in your pocket, or do you want Charleston to keep the money and decide, what programs they want to do, grow government, and awaken to a situation down the road where maybe, just maybe, you spin around 5 times, you don't have any money in your pocket, and lo and behold, the money's gone, and there we sit. You know, be a bad, bad move to grow government to where we have obligations that absolutely restrict and just slow us down. West Virginia is in a real pivotal point right now and everything. A lot of good stuff can happen. We need to move on with this today. From the standpoint of our travel plaza construction and everything, a major project, you know, to completely renovate Beckley and Bluestone travel plazas is beginning today. We'll absolutely continue to have restroom and food and parking facilities there, you know, and they'll remain available, you know, throughout this and everything. Could be a little disruption or a little work that's going on around and everything. We need you to move around through and all that kind of stuff. But literally, lots and lots and lots of good stuff. These travel plazas need upgraded, and when they're upgraded and everything, it'll just make things better. More people visiting our state will be impressed with what they see, and then hopefully more people will come. So good stuff that's going on. We just wanted to make that announcement. And tomorrow is Groundhog Day, and one of the dear groundhogs, I guess, you know, up north in Pennsylvania is Phil, and Phil's been doing this, or his ancestors have, for 120 years. He's been right 36% of the time. You know, you can flip a coin and probably just generally hit 50%, but one thing you can count on is if you look at Baby Dog's predictions along the way, Baby Dog says she can handle this and she can handle it better than Phil. I hate to say what she's predicting, but she is predicting 6 more weeks of bad winter, and there she is, and she says one thing about her coat. She says, does she look chunky in her winter coat? Or maybe this winter coat makes her look a little on the chunky side. But nevertheless, she's predicting 6 more weeks of pretty tough winter and everything. We haven't had much of a winter so far, but Baby Dog is saying, don't put up your heavy coats right yet and everything. And I don't know what Phil will come up with tomorrow, but Baby Dog is who I'd depend on. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Governor. We have one question today from Stephen Allen Adams with Ogden Newspapers.
Yeah, Stephen Allen Adams of Ogden Newspapers here, coming to you from the Senate chamber. Just heard from Senate Finance Committee Chairman Eric Tarr in regards to the rainy day fund and the possibility of the state needing to put approximately $300 million into that, depending on if some of the hits that it's taken from investments continue to cause the rainy day fund to dwindle. That sounds like another possible expense the state could have for this coming revenue period. So obviously with your tax plan, I know you all have said that it accounts for some of these the costs that you all have projected, and of course your current revenue or general revenue budget that you've presented. I mean, do your numbers account for the possibility of having to throw $300 million into the rainy day fund possibly, and any other unforeseen costs? Thank you.
Stephen, I really think our Secretary of Revenue could probably do a better job of answering that question and everything. I've been through it many, many times with him and everything, and he would tell you that if he was sitting here, and I think that if I can cut my phone off here, I think that that I'm correct in what he'd be saying, but he would say just this: market conditions drive that. You know, what's happening, Stephen, if we just to call it like it is we keep trying to come up with some roadblock or obstacle to scare people. And basically, at the end of the day, our Secretary of Revenue could answer that question better than I, but absolutely, market conditions drive it, and we have accounted for those numbers in our numbers, and we continue to do exactly that. You know, I don't know what we're trying to do. I really don't know what we're trying to do. At the end of the day, we have really done well in our state, and we need to get on with doing something that rewards our people. I mean, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but you've got just a very, very few that are trying to throw roadblock after roadblock, and I think what we should do is sit down. If we want to go at this a little slower, let's go at it a little slower. We don't have to absolutely just go right to 50%, but you can make this into the definition of committee. I am super respectful, and many, many, many senators are my friends, and they're doing great work and everything else, and they're just waiting. They're on board with this program, and they're just waiting. But we don't want to get into a situation where you have two-thirds of the way there, and we're not even sitting really trying to negotiate a final solution. And the bottom line of the whole thing, we don't want to be a committee that is individuals that cannot accomplish anything, but collectively can decide nothing can be done. Well, at the end of the day, I don't believe nothing can be done, and I'm going to keep talking to our people, and really and truly, this could be a major opportunity lost and a major disappointment to our people. But nevertheless, we'll keep talking through, and we welcome those discussions, and any kind of level of conservatism or safeguard or whatever like that we want to build into this thing, we stand ready to compromise and try to work through the numbers and make sure that we're safe and we work it and it works great for everybody. Nevertheless, the bottom line is all I'm wanting to do is just something just plain and simple. Put money in your pocket. Put money in the pocket of the people. And at the end of the day, if I'm not able to put the money in your pocket, then somebody is taking the money out of your pocket. And that's what you need to look at. Literally, if you get a 50% reduction in your income tax and you've got a salary of $50,000, at the end of the day, you're paying $3,000 to the state of West Virginia to do stuff. And I'm saying you don't need to pay $3,000, you only need to pay $1,500. So $1,500 is going right in your pocket. And you've got to know, without any question, the House is on board 95-2. And many, 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 many of our senators are on board right now as well. If you don't watch out, you may have a couple of people that are blocking. And at the end of the day, you got to absolutely just know, it's just simple as this. They're going to take the money right back out of your pocket. So I think it's a bad move. It's your money. It's not our money. It's your money. Thank you so much.
Stephen, thanks. Governor, back to you.
No, I'm done. I think we've had a good day. We appreciate our Secretary of Commerce, James Bailey. We appreciate our Acting Commissioner of Workforce, Scott Atkins, and we appreciate our Commissioner of the Arts and Culture and History of this great state, our Curator, Randall Reed Smith, for being with us. And a lot of good stuff going on in West Virginia right now. We want to just keep it going. Let's do everything we can to keep it going, and let's do something that is exactly what I feel like Republicans do. Stand up and cut taxes, for God's sakes, a living when you can. Thank you so much.